Fans heading to stadiums and live sites for Gather Round are being offered potentially life-saving heart checks for free, thanks to the legacy of late spin king Shane Warne.
Yeah, it's quite remarkable. The non-invasive 4-minute tests measure heart rate, heart age, diabetes risk, blood pressure, BMI, and for the first time, cholesterol levels and blood sugar as well. Last year, almost 8,000 people were tested at the Boxing Day test. A quarter of them showed high blood pressure, and a third were at risk of developing type 2 diabetes over the next 5 years. Warnie's son, of course, Jackson, who is leading the charge at the moment, is joining us now. And mate, this is quite remarkable, the growth of this. Before we get into it, can I ask you, life without Dad, how is it?
Well, firstly, good morning, Sherva, and good morning, Natalie. Thank you for having me. But if I can be honest, life without Dad still feels like he's here. Like, we've got so many signs and I still feel him every single day. Like, for example, our goal yesterday for the amount of checks we wanted to get was 1,500. We actually ended at around 9:30 last night with 1,523. Like, it could have been any number. And to end on and 23, I think that was a sign of Dad saying, good work, good start, let's keep it going. Like, it could have been any number.
Yeah.
So to get and the 23 is amazing, but no, life without Dad, obviously, it's sad, but we've tried to turn what was a negative situation into a positive, and I think we're doing it.
And for you, such a public family, to do something like this in such a public way, it must be satisfying, but kind of hard as well.
Yeah, of course it's hard. Everything's hard, but I think the amount of people I've met across the last 2 years has been awesome because everyone has a Shane Warne story. Yeah. Everyone always says he was generous with his time. He was always saying yes to photos and always putting a smile on people's faces, which I think is a massive positive, and he was always an entertainer. So I'm just, grateful that I've met so many people the last 2 years. Obviously, I wish he was still here. Yeah. But it's, cool that his legacy is now saving lives.
He'd be so proud of you. You just, the work that you're doing is remarkable. The connection to Adelaide Oval, of course, played a bit here, didn't he?
He did. No, he obviously has amazing Adelaide here. He's taken a lot of wickets here, but, it's kind of fitting that our second initiative for the legacy is here during Gather Round. The first one being at Boxing Day and the second one being here. Like, it was his dream to play AFL and represent St Kilda. And if you had asked him even at his peak playing cricket, what would you rather be doing? He'd probably say AFL. Like, he loved AFL, would go to every single St Kilda game. So it's cool that our second initiative is here. It feels right. The feedback's been positive, and we're just grateful to be here.
Brilliant.
Yeah, your beautiful sisters, Summer and Brooke. How are they?
No, Summer and Brooke's good. Summer's really good. Brooke's actually coming up tomorrow morning. Yeah. She's the biggest Collingwood nut for you ever meet. I've had to stop going to games with her because she is so loud, but no.
Really?
Yeah, I have, but she's awesome. Everyone's doing well. The family's healthy. Yeah. Being as positive as possible, so.
I noticed Brooke's been off the booze as well for a little while. She's been posting about that. Good health things. How can you get tested whilst you're here in Adelaide?
Yep, so we've got over 36 machines here all around 4 different sites. We've got some at Adelaide Oval, some just behind us. We've got some at Elder Park and Mount Barker. And you go in, it's a free, non-invasive 4-minute check. We've partnered with Flinders as well, and they've got the blood prick test as well. It's a little bit extra with time, and it's obviously free, but it just gives you extra results. But we just want to bring as much awareness to heart health as possible. Like, even if you don't get your check this week or even through the legacy, at least you're talking about heart health, because not enough people know about it. A cardiovascular disease actually takes more lives in females than breast cancer. Wow. So it's pretty amazing that, how many people just suffer from cardiovascular disease and don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're helping.
And for women. Jackson, you are a remarkable man. For me to say you're a remarkable young man, I feel really old, but you really are, and everyone around Australia is nodding. Congratulations.
Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it.